Hello everyone and welcome to the Deep Blue Renegade podcast. My name is Molly, also known as the Deep Blue Renegade, and I'd like to welcome you guys to episode 60. Today is Sunday, October 12th, 2014, and it's a pretty chill day today. Somewhat. We are, what is it? This is the 6th day of trying to unpack the house, so it's been pretty busy. But I'd like to welcome you guys to the new yarn room. It is, as you can tell, a lovely light blue color. So obviously it needed to be mine. And it's not been a super duper exciting week, so as a result, I don't know how long this podcast is gonna be. Oh well, such is life. It might be dangerous. I have the secret. No, that's even more dangerous. I'm trying to figure out the best place to put my cup of coffee. We haven't seen this chair in quite some time, which is fine. So I finished Frangipani on Sunday, and then on Monday I ripped it all out because I had a lot of extra yarn. And if I run out of yarn, I have another skein of Stella Polaris. So I decided to cast on again and knit the large size because the medium just wasn't big enough for what I was looking for. I was in training all week, and I ended up getting permission from the instructor in order to knit in the class because, oh boy, I needed something to keep me paying attention, and it turns out a knitted lace shawl was just the right thing. So I am currently on row 60 of what will be for the large size, 83 rows. I believe I ended up doing at least 40. Oh, it was more than 40. I made it, I think, to row 44 before, whatever, for those 4 days that I was knitting in class. On the first day I didn't knit, and that was sad. So here is what I have. And basically what I was doing in class was I was finishing up the cast on. So we're pretty much talking this was entirely knit this week. So I am getting pretty close to the end of the second chart, and then there's a third chart for the large size, and then I'm going to continue my original plan of carrying the cables up in the stockinette section. But it has been coming along quite nicely. Since I am in the knitted lace portion right now, it'll be really exciting to be done being in the knitted lace portion, but it is lovely. So I do have a picture on Instagram of the medium-sized shawl, which was destroyed. So, oh well. And this is about how much yarn I have left at this point. So I still have quite a bit left. Oh, sorry. I have like a bit of a runny nose right now. We've been kicking up so much dust and packing, jeez. So I still have quite a bit of yarn left at this point. So we'll see how I end up using it all up. And as I said, it's not a big deal if I run out of this specific skein. But I had like 30 grams left over. And it was a 160 gram skein, but come on. It was supposed to end up using the whole 150 gram skein for the medium size, and it was small. So I just figured the right move was to rip it out and do it over again. It's only about now in the knitting that I'm like, I've already done this before. But I think that's because there is a certain amount of repeat to the pattern, and well, I guess it took knitting it twice to start to get that deja vu, what have I done here before feeling. So I'm almost done with the knitted lace portion, and then it'll be lace knitting, and it'll be easy, and I won't need to be doing yarn overs and purl two togethers on the wrong side, and life will be happy. I didn't even touch the socks for my grandpa. It's not worth pulling them out and figuring out what state of needle destruction is there. Oh, that was something that I'd forgotten about. Which brings us to spinning at this point. So I have been spinning away on the pink mystery fiber. Yesterday I ended up finishing the singles, and then I was trying to take pictures of whatever, having the, pulling the cop off of the spindle, and then it turned out that I wasn't really winding it onto the spindle correctly, which ended up resulting in great sadness. So I've started plying last night. It's coming out really lovely and cool. And so it's the case where the cool thing about the Turkish is that the part that's holding your yarn isn't necessarily connected to the shaft. And that you can entirely take off this part. Excuse me. And then the little arms also come apart. So from what I can tell here, these arms here slide on and off. And that is that. So, sorry about that. So it is pretty cool. Oops, ended up sort of mixing my plied yarn with my not so plied yarn. So it's the case where you can fairly easily take off what is a center pull wall of yarn if you wind it on correctly. So I was doing a little bit of different winding, especially towards the end, and it turns out that doesn't really hold itself together very well. So that didn't work out so hot. So I think I have about 2 ounces of fiber, but I haven't weighed it yet. But this is what the center pull ball of singles looks like. So it's all sorts of thick and thin and craziness. I wasn't paying super close attention. I was trying to understand how to spin on the spindle more so than anything else. So that's this right there. So it looks sort of like, oh, what is it? A 7-year-old's imagination of Barbies and unicorns and all things pink. And I'm just trying to stuff it back in the bag. Go back. So I don't remember if I ended up showing you guys this. Oops, wrong pocket. So I have my 2 ounces of fiber that's as big as my head, which is all pre-drafted and lovely, which I'll be starting on once I finish plying. I think when I showed you guys the fiber last week, it was still on the spindle. So this is how my singles have ended up turning out for this guy. So really fine, really soft, and I don't know if there's really a good way of showing that off, but it will be a very, very lovely lace weight yarn. And this is just the first 2 ounces, so that's why I was thinking my other ball was about right. And this is the Redfish Dye Works Superwash Merino and Silk 50/50 blend, so it will be a very, very lovely yarn when the time comes. And whatever, it ended up taking me a pretty long time to spin that, so oh, such is life. But I really have been on a bit of a spinning kick lately. I'm not sure if it's just because I'm not interested in making socks, or it's just sort of nice to chill out and spin and not have to think about much. But oh, such is life. Hard to predict these things. I don't think I'm going to make nearly as much progress next week because I won't be spending whatever 32 hours knitting in a class. Which is fine. I don't think I want to spend 32 hours knitting in a class anyways. So we'll see how things come together. But I should be able to record next Sunday, so that will be the 19th. And I really look forward to speaking to you then. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.